The day is coming to an end. This morning you were reminded that you did not have to solve your whole life. You only needed to do the next right thing. And now, after everything this day has asked of you, there is something else you need to remember. You are allowed to stop. Maybe today went exactly as planned, maybe it didn't. Maybe you finished what you started, handled your responsibilities, helped someone, learned something, or took one small step toward the life you were trying to build. Or maybe today was harder than expected. Perhaps you became tired, something went wrong. A conversation bothered you. You ran out of time. You made a mistake. Or you simply could not accomplish everything you hoped to accomplish. Still, you made it here. And tonight is not the time to punish yourself for what remains unfinished. There will always be another task, another message, another problem asking for your attention, another goal waiting somewhere ahead. But you are human. You were never meant to carry tomorrow while still standing inside today. So begin putting the day down, not because everything is finished, but because your part in this day is coming to an end. Think about the things you did manage to do, the alarm you answered, the place you showed up, the work you completed, the responsibility you carried, the person you encouraged, the temptation you resisted, the difficult moment you survived, the small decision nobody noticed. These things count. We often measure our lives by enormous achievements and forget that most meaningful progress is made quietly. A good life is built through ordinary days. Days when you show up. Days when you try. Days when you learn. Days when you get something wrong and decide to become wiser because of it. Even days when all you could do was make it through. They all belong to the journey. So if your mind is replaying what you should have said, what you should have done, or what you should have finished, gently remind yourself, the day is over. You cannot improve this day by losing tonight's peace. Take the lesson. Leave the punishment. If you made a mistake, learn from it. If someone disappointed you, do not let them occupy your entire night. If something remains unfinished, write it down and return to it tomorrow. If something is beyond your control, release it. Rest is not abandoning responsibility. Rest prepares you to meet responsibility again with a clearer mind and renewed strength. There is wisdom in knowing when to continue, and there is wisdom in knowing when to stop. Tonight, choose to stop. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing slow. Let the noise of the day become quieter. The world can continue turning without you solving everything before you sleep. Tomorrow will arrive with its own opportunities, its own decisions, its own next right thing. You do not need to meet tomorrow tonight. You only need to be here, in this room, in this moment. Allow yourself to appreciate how far you have already traveled. There were days you once wondered how you would survive. Yet somehow, you continued. There were situations you thought would defeat you. Yet you learned to live beyond them. There were mornings when you did not feel ready. Yet you got up anyway. That strength is still inside you. But strength does not always mean pushing harder. Sometimes strength means knowing that you have given enough for one day. You do not have to earn sleep by exhausting yourself. You do not have to prove your worth through constant productivity. Your value is greater than the number of things you completed today. So close the laptop, put down the phone, turn off the light. Allow unfinished things to remain unfinished for a few hours. They will still be there tomorrow. But tomorrow, you can meet them rested. Tonight, give yourself something that ambition sometimes forgets to give: peace. Be grateful for what went well. Learn from what didn't. Forgive yourself where necessary. Release what you cannot change. And trust that one imperfect day does not determine the direction of your life. You took the steps you could today. That is enough. Tomorrow you can take another, but not now. Now, the work is rest. Let today end. Let your mind become still. Let your body recover. And as this night settles around you, remember, you do not need to finish the whole journey before you are allowed to rest. You only needed to take today's steps. You did what you could. You learned what you needed. And you made it through another day. That is enough for tonight. Rest without guilt. Tomorrow can wait. Rest with hope.